on, guys? Multiverse Sculpt here with yet another action figure review video, and today we're having a look at the Stoneheart Predator from NECA Toys. As always, guys, starting off with the NECA Toys box, we do see the Predator logo, the concrete jungle, the video game where this guy is from, and this beautiful comic image of the figure himself fighting off some xenomorphs, which looks freaking awesome. Down here at the bottom, guys, we see his name, Deluxe Stoneheart Predator. Flipping over here to the side, guys, we see Predator Concrete Jungle again. Over here on the back is, of course, the read-up and the different poses that we can get this Predator into. Cannot wait to break him out of the box and check out his play factor. Going down here to the bottom, guys, we see this guy comes with LED lights, his blades, interchangeable head and hands, and of course the barcode for you barcode guys. Going over here to this side, guys, we see Predator Concrete Jungle again. Nothing going on at the top other than the name of Predator Concrete Jungle. Down here at the bottom shows you how to turn on the figure and where his battery placement is. If I set the box down, he of course is hidden behind the foldable door up here, the foldable flap, if you will, and we see the Stoneheart Predator in all of his glory, looking absolutely amazing like a beast. And we of course can look over here on this side of the back flap. We see the Predator in a combat stance, ready to do some damage. With all that said though, guys, let's go ahead and rip the Stoneheart Predator out of his package and see how he looks. Stoneheart Predator. Stoneheart was once an honorable warrior. Then he was captured by Borgia Industries and subjected to a series of brutal augmentations that would see the towering Predator brainwashed and turned into a cyborg. As his first combat test, he would be dispatched to end the revenge-fueled rampage of his former clan brother, Scarface. Before his conversion into a mind-controlled cyborg, Stoneheart was the enforcer and pack leader of the Darkblade clan, renowned for his size and brutality. He shunned ranged weaponry, preferring to take on his prey literally hand-to-hand, foregoing even the traditional wrist blades in favor of hand-mounted daggers. His name was earned from his practice of gruesomely dismantling his prey, including a member of a rival clan who challenged his honor and accused him of using widely revealed genetic augmentation to gain his fearsome size. Alongside his fellow unwilling bad bloods, Long Spear and Swift Knife, Stoneheart would meet his fate at the hands of the redeemed Scarface, who fought the giant and finally delivered him an honorable death. So right here, guys, is the Stoneheart Predator in all of his glory, and I have to say, he looks freaking awesome. NECA Toys did an amazing job with this figure, taking what we saw from Concrete Jungle, the video game. Here's a picture of what he looked like there, and then taking it and making it into a figure. He looks absolutely amazing. He looks beautiful. Cannot stress it enough. I mean, look at just the size comparison to my hand, guys. He is freaking massive. With all that said though, guys, let's go ahead and get the Stoneheart Predator out of the spotlight and take a closer look at the accessories that he came with. Moving on though with the rest of his accessories, guys, he does of course come with interchangeable mandibles, and I really do hope we see this in the future for the Predator line from NECA Toys, because this is just so much easier to me compared to the head swaps. I understand the head swaps is just pull, plug, but this right here is really, really neat. You just take the mandible, and if we can just pull the Stoneheart in here real quick, if I have this face the right way, and you just plug it into his face. So when his mouth is closed, you can give him a closed mandible. It looks freaking awesome, and it makes sense. And if you want it open, he even comes with a movable jaw to where his mouth can open wide, and you can place in one of the spread out mandibles to give him the iconic screaming Predator face. Last but not least, guys, he does come with two sets of interchangeable hands. He comes with the closed fisted hands with some Wolverine-like claws coming out of the back of them. They look freaking sick. And then he, of course, comes with two open wide classic Predator hands with the same claws. But for me, I feel like the back claws would do a lot more damage than these suckers right here. With all that said though, guys, let's go ahead and move away from the accessories and zoom into the figure himself to take a closer look at the detail. When it comes to the detail on the Stoneheart Predator, guys, starting off with the head sculpt, I think it really does capture that classic Predator look that we all know and love. And even looking at the whitish blue eyes that he's got going on there, those really just cut through your soul. They look freaking awesome. Speaking of his head sculpt, guys, if we go ahead and lift up his little Frankenstein head, or excuse me, Frankenstein monster head here, you can see that is where the battery compartment is, and the little switch is here to flip on the blue LEDs to give him that light up effect on top, and he just looks freaking awesome. Let's go ahead and take this and cut it off. Don't want to waste the batteries. As you guys can see, they are super small, and I've even lost them already about twice. So be careful if you happen to drop this guy or he falls over on your shelf, because this head will just pop right off and batteries will just go flying all the way across the room. Flipping his head sculpt over here to the back, guys, you will probably notice, if you haven't already, I'm about to tell you, he is missing his predlocks. These sensors that dangle on the back of his head, they have been removed. It really does look amazing, and it really is something different. Going down here to his chest now, guys, I love the skin tone where they still give it that wettish look to it, like he's almost slimy even, and it just really does look amazing. And the detail alone with the veins all the way through his body, or even just the shadowing for his pecs here, it looks freaking awesome. I really do love the Stoneheart LED, if you will, the little light up sensor he has on his chest, and I'll show you how that turn on right now. Flipping over to the back, guys, I love how you can see the nasty purple bruising all around him, I guess. I really would love to see maybe some fluorescent green in here, just to kind of showcase the iconic blood for the Predator kind of oozing out of here, just to show that he is probably in pain. I doubt this is comfortable, but it does look amazing nonetheless. Now, when it comes to lighting up these back little cooling jets is what I'm going to call them, since they got the little fan in there. If you take off this little back portion here, you see more batteries and another switch that you just grab and flip on. Don't want to blind you guys directly with the camera, but as you can see, guys, it just switches on and you plug this back onto his back. Now, this does go a certain way, so don't try to force it any other way. There's a little notch here, and that is for this little compartment here to actually connect. And it goes on like so, turns on the little back portions and even his little chest piece, and he looks freaking amazing. He looks great. I really do love this figure, and the detail alone, guys, is awesome. They really did take their time on this figure and really capturing what we saw in the video game. Going down here, looking at all of his tubes hanging out of his back, they are bendy, they are, not to say stretchy, but they are posable, kind of, where you can kind of just get them out of your way, and you don't have to worry about breaking them off if you want to articulate your figure as well. But we'll jump into that in the articulation. Going down here now, guys, looking at his little loincloth area. This unfortunately does not light up, but they really did do a good job with the paint to match the light when it's turned on, just to kind of give it that little extra oomph. Going down here to his legs now, guys. Now, this right here is where it feels a little bit different, because they gave him these bumps up his thighs and down the back of his leg, just to kind of give it a little bit more texture, and I am all for it. He looks and feels amazing. Going down here to his shins now, guys, we do see the iconic shin guards, who are also painted, but over here I've got a little bit of a paint scuff going on, a little bit of chippage there, but if I find some blue, I'll just right across it, making it look in tip-top shape. With all that said though, guys, let's go ahead and move away from the detail and zoom out and take a closer look at his size, articulation, and some size comparison. When it comes to how tall the Stoneheart Predator stands, guys, Stoneheart stands at, it looks like, exactly 11 inches tall. Now, when it comes to the articulation, guys, let's go ahead and move him a little bit closer to the screen here. When it comes to his head sculpt, guys, his head sculpt does look up about that far, but looks down about that far, so he gets a little bit more play when he is looking down. Thanks to the little Predator peg that we've seen time and time again, his head does rotate all the way around and does get some beautiful head tilt in there as well. When it comes to his arm articulation, guys, his arms do go out about that far, and when they rotate about that far up without the tube getting in the way, and then rotate about that far back with the tube getting in the way. Going down here to his elbow now, guys, his elbows do come on a double hinge joint, but it only acts as a single joint thanks to how big his forearm gauntlet is. Speaking of the gauntlet, guys, it does too have a swivel as well as his hands because they are interchangeable, and they do actually get some hinge in there as well. Going over here now, guys, to his ab crunch. His ab crunch is a little tight, but it more acts as an ab swivel, and he does, of course, come with waist swivel. If I can actually get a hold of it. It clicks and clacks, so it will get stuck from time to time like mine is now, but he does come with waist swivel as well. When it comes to his legs now, guys, his legs go forward about that far. They go back about that far with a NECA Toys crotch gap, seeing the little ball peg inside there. Double hinge knees, if we can get it to bend. I should have soaked them in a little bit of hot water. Don't submerge them, guys. You want them batteries to work. But for like his legs, you should be able to put those in water. When it comes to your ankles now, guys, your ankles do go down. They go up. He has no toe articulation, but he does come with the beautiful ankle pivot. When it comes to the size comparison, guys, here we have the Stoneheart paired up next to his clan brother Scarface and the recently looked at Predator 2 Snake Predator. And I really do love seeing this Stoneheart tower over his Yautja brethren, and it just looks freaking awesome. Right here, guys, we have the Stoneheart Predator standing next to the McFarlane Toys Batman, and I love how massive this guy looks. Just a freaking monster. Next up, guys, we have the Stoneheart Predator standing next to the McFarlane Build-A-Figure Atrocitus, and he still towers over him, but it still looks amazing. And last but not least, guys, here we have the Stoneheart Predator standing next to Deadpool from the 2016 film from Marvel Legends. And to me, I'm just going to leave it up to you guys. What do you guys think down in the comments below? Is this too tall for Deadpool? Alrighty, guys, and there you have it. Another action figure review video in the books on my channel for you guys to enjoy. When it comes to my review on the Stoneheart Predator, I'm gonna have to give him a solid 10 out of 10. I really do think NECA Toys is killing the Predator toy line. They are doing some phenomenal work out there, making these guys look as realistic as possible, and even giving us the OG Concrete Jungle video game characters is just freaking amazing. With all that said though, guys, if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Leave me a comment down in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Later.